So my dear students, here we are going to discuss about some important conditions which are to be necessarily dealt while preparing the P&L appropriation and the partner's capital account. We have already seen the format of the P&L appropriations and we have already seen the essential conditions and the criteria to be followed while dealing with the partnership form of the business. Okay, that's what we have seen in the video number 1. Now here we are going to discuss about certain important conditions, like how these conditions are to be dealt while preparing the P&L appropriation as well as the partner's capital account in case of any partnership form of a business. So one such condition here it comes as what? That is actually the treatment for the interest on loan and rent paid to a partner. Children, we have already discussed what does the term charge means and what does the term appropriation means in the first video. Let me give you a quick review of it again once more. Charge basically means what? Any irrespective of the fact whether the firm is having a profit or a loss, still the firm has to pay compulsorily its obligations. This is what we call it as a charge. For example, if the interest on loan has to be paid, that means if it is treated as to be a charge, it means what? That even if in a firm is enough loss, then also still this has to be paid. So that's what we call it as a charge. And appropriation basically means what? That is if the firm is having a profit, then only it will be given, or then only it will be paid to the partners. Okay, if the firm is in a loss, then no appropriations are being given to the partners. So here some important items are there generally which are being treated as a charge against a profit. Means it reduces a profit and it has to be compulsorily paid even if the firm is through a loss or even if the firm is having insufficient profits. So one such condition here it comes is interest on loan. Children, let us understand what is the concept of this interest on loan. As you know that this interest on loan here basically is given, in this very particular case. What is the case? When the partners they are advancing loan to the firm. Okay, when the partners they are advancing loan to the firm, in such a situation, it becomes the moral responsibility of the firm to pay the interest to the partner, and this interest is that interest on loan. It's not some other kind of an interest, that the firm is borrowing, from some outsider and extra. Here we are talking exclusively about if the partner is giving a loan to the firm. So in such a situation, it becomes the firm's responsibility to pay the interest to the partner. So we are dealing about that particular interest on loan. So thus, the meaning. So you got to know the meaning of it. Thus this interest on loan is what? This interest on loan is a charge. Even if the firm is having a profit or if the firm is having a loss. Okay, irrespective of the fact, the firm has to pay this particular interest. That's the reason we call it as what? That's a charge against the profit. We have seen, suppose if the deed is silent about the payment of the interest on loan. Children, we discussed it in the previous video. What is an understood rate? Am I right? In the absence of any provision, if the deed is silent about which needs to be paid for the interest on loan, that is 6% per annum. Okay, we discussed about it. That is 6% per annum. Okay, if the deed mentions or deed specifies, some rate specifically like 10%, 12% has to be paid to the partner, okay, who has advanced loan to the firm, then we will follow it accordingly. And if the deed is silent, in such a situation, make a note of this. It's an understood concept that interest on loan has to be paid as how much? That is 6% per annum. Okay, got the fact? Now, the second thing here it comes is what? Rent paid to a partner. Okay, rent paid to a partner means suppose if the partner is lending any property to the business. Maybe if he is lending his house, maybe he is lending his any personal property to the business. So in such a situation, it becomes the moral responsibility of the business to pay the rent to the partner. Okay, this is not an appropriation, it's a compulsory obligation. Hence, it is treated as to be a charge. Okay, children, so we have seen in the previous video that is, profit and loss account generally shows only those items which are charges against the profit. And P&L appropriation shows all those items generally which are appropriations, and mostly all the items items are related to that of the partners or which needs to be given to the partner, that's what we have seen in case of a P&L appropriation. So children, the confusion may arise in your brain. Though these two things, like actually rent paid to a partner and interest on loan, you will find it, though it is being related to the partner, but actually it won't be shown in case of the P&L appropriation. Okay, but you will just go through it while making it. It won't be shown where there in case of the P&L appropriation. It won't be shown. The basic reason is what? They are the charged against the profit. So whenever these two things are given to you in a question, though being related to the partner, but still it won't be shown in case of the P&L appropriation. Instead of this, what we will be doing in such a situation is we will be making a profit and loss account. Got it, children, here? Because all the charges against the profit are to be transferred here in the P&L. So we will be making first a profit and loss account, and you know that in the profit and loss account, interest on loan means that is from firm's point of view it's an expense, and rent paid to the partner, again it's that is a firm's point of view. What is that? It is an expense. So we will show it in the profit and loss account debit side. Then after deducting these two things from the net profit, this net profit will be transferred to where? There in case of the P&L appropriation. Okay, children, so what is the important thing we need to take care of it? That is actually if any charge against the profit is being given, though being related even to the partner, but still it won't be shown in case of where? In the P&L appropriation. It will be shown where? It will be shown in the profit and loss account. Okay, you can actually even show it as a direct deduction out of the profit as well. Got it? Isn't it? Or else you can make a profit and loss account also here. Then after that, deducted from the profit, then the net profit remaining will be transferred, as you know, they are the credit side of the P&L appropriation. So based on this concept, there is a charge against a profit. Now let us deal with the question depending upon these conditions here. So it will be more clear to you how actually to deal with these items whenever we are making a P&L appropriation at partners capital. Yes, my dear students, here we are with the question where we will be discussing about how to prepare a P&L appropriation based on the conditions and the criteria which we have discussed earlier. Okay, so let's go through the question first and let's see how actually we can apply or use these conditions for the preparation of the profit and loss account. Okay, so the children, the question says here, A and B are partners sharing profits and loss in the ratio of how much? That is 3:2. They contributed capitals, that is 3 lakh and 2 lakhs, means 3 lakh is for A and 2 lakh is for whom? That is for the B. Okay, and as per the deed, they are entitled for the following, means as per the partnership deed, the partners, they are entitled to get these things. Okay, the first thing is interest on capital at 5% per annum. Okay, the partners A and B both, they are supposed to get what? That is an interest on capital, that is 5% per annum. B is entitled to receive a salary of how much? That is 2,000 per month. Okay, children. Now 2,000 per month stands for what? That is actually monthly basis. B is getting 2,000. So on a yearly basis, how much B should get? 2,000 into 12, that is 24,000. So generally, children, you know that we used to prepare the financial statement of any forms of organization generally at the end of the year. That's the reason there is no date column. Got it here? It is prepared on a particular time or on a particular date. So therefore, and that is probably generally at the end of the year. So at the end of the year when we are preparing, so all the balances which we are taking it, it has to be taken on a yearly basis. Okay, or the values which we are taking, it should be taken on a yearly basis. So here it's being given here that so B is entitled to receive a salary of rupees 2,000 per month. So hence actually, what is actually the B salary? It's going to be 24,000 per annum, means for an yearly basis, the B is supposed to receive how much? That is 24,000 per annum. The next is the drawings of the partners were, how much it's being given? For A it is 5,000 and for B it is 10,000, though it's not been mentioned, so therefore we will take it in a sequence. A is supposed to get a drawings of 5,000 and B is supposed to get a drawings of how much? I mean, the B has, both of them, they have withdrawn how much? 5,000 and 10,000 each from the firm. And the interest on the drawings which is to be charged is how much? 10,000 per annum. So children, one important thing that we need to pay attention over here is what? The there is no time duration is mentioned that when the amount is withdrawn. So in such a situation, we have seen already, in the video number 1, when there is no time duration is mentioned in such a situation, whatever the entire time duration for which the financial statement is being made, out of that we need to take the half yearly of it. Okay, here we are making the financial statement for an yearly basis. Got it here? So therefore interest on drawings will be calculated on an average basis of half yearly, that is means for the 6 months, with that's what we have discussed. Okay, so interest on drawings here will be for calculated for what is an average time duration we will be taking, that is 6 months. That means while calculating it, we need to do into 6 upon 12. Let me tell you how. See, that is the amount for A, how it will be calculated, 5,000. Got it here, children? Because the amount of the drawing of the A into 10 is the rate being mentioned. It will be into 6 upon 12. So it's going to be as how much? If we'll solve this, we will get here as 250. And similarly for the B, that is 10,000 into 10 upon 100 into 6 upon 12. So it's going to be for the B as how much? If we will say, that is 500. Is it clear? This is how the interest on drawings will be calculated. I hope so. This is clear why we have taken up the 6 upon 12, because no time duration for the drawings is mentioned here, that when the amount is withdrawn. So in such a situation, we need to take an average time period, that is half yearly. Okay, so now the next thing here it comes is A has advanced loan to the firm for rupees how much? 50,000. Got it here, children? So A has given a loan to the firm for how much rupees? That is for the 50,000. So we have again seen this condition. A has given a loan to the firm of 50,000. So it becomes the moral responsibility of the firm to pay what? Interest on loan to A. Okay, and there is nothing as such is mentioned in the question regarding any rate of interest. And you know that whenever the condition comes like here, when the amount of the loan is being given, but interest and the rate of interest is not mentioned in such a situation, how much interest we are supposed to take it, we discussed it in the video number 1. Hence, in such a situation, interest on loan will be charged as how much? That is 6% per annum. Okay, the interest on loan in such a situation will be charged on an average rate. What is then our value we will be taking it here for the interest on loan? That is the rate which will be taking it here is 6% per annum. Okay, now you know that just we discussed about it. It's a compulsory obligation. The firm has to pay it at any cost. So hence interest on loan, got it, which the firm has to give to the partners is called as what? As a charge. Now next thing here is B, it has to be paid rent of rupees 40,000. How much it is? 40,000 per annum for the property let out. So this means that actually the B has given a property to the firm. So for this very particular property, what actually the B has to be paid with? The B has to be paid rupees 40,000 per annum for the, you can say this thing that for the property which he has given to the firm. Got it here? So therefore again this is a compulsory obligation. The firm has to pay at any cost here, whether it's having a profit or a loss. So just we have seen it. This is again is what? It's a charge, and you know that the charges are not shown in the P&L appropriation. Okay. So, and the last condition says the net profit before rent and tax, means the net profit before rent and interest on loan, how much it is, that is actually, and the condition further says also, but after charging salary to B is how much? 2 lakhs rupees. So it means that out of this net profit, that is no rent is being charged and no interest on loan is being charged. Got it here? But something else has been paid, one appropriation. Appropriation means a salary to the B. It has already been paid out of the profit. So as it's been already been paid out of the profit, so we will not be taking it again in the P&L appropriation. What is the basic reason why we won't be taking it again here? If we will take it again here, so that means you are making a payment again. You are again deducting it from the profit. Got it here? And you have already made the payment. So when such a condition is being given, after charging salary, when the condition is being given in such a way, it means that we need not to show the salary in the P&L appropriation. Generally, in some of the methods, in order to show it in the P&L appropriation, you can find it here. Sometimes, the people even add that value in the net profit over here, then they used to show it on the debit side. That way also can be done. But actually, already we know that it's paid out of the profit. So hence we will be avoiding it, taking it again, because we have seen it here in the format. Salary comes on the debit side of the P&L appropriation. But it is after charging salary, so therefore we won't be taking it on the debit side of the P&L appropriation. So children, this is the question about. So based on these very particular information, we are supposed to make what? We are supposed to make the P&L appropriation. Okay. Now, there are two conditions given to us in the form of a charges. Okay. So that's the reason we can't make directly the P&L appropriation here. Rather, first we need to make one small account. That's what we call it as a P&L account, in order to treat with these charges. You can directly also make the P&L appropriation account, but in that situation, kindly deduct these charges from the profit and then you show the profit over there. Okay, so I am going through a systematic way. So therefore, the first thing I'll be doing is what? I'll be making a profit and loss account over here. Okay, so the profit and loss account, I'm going to make it over here. Let me write down the profit which is given to me, that is before rent and before interest on loan. That is how much I have written here as 2 lakhs. Okay, children. Now, the next is, there are two things given as charge. One is interest on loan, another one is rent. Okay, these two things are expenses from the firm's point of view. So, let me write it on the debit side here. So, I'll be writing here is, that is 2 interest on loan. Okay, I'll be writing it here on the debit side is what? That is 2 interest on loan. We calculated it here. How much interest on loan? That is on 50,000. Understood? Rate is 6% per annum. Okay, because it's mentioned in the deed. If no rate for the interest on loan is mentioned, then we are supposed to take it as how much? 6% per annum. So 50,000 into 6 upon 100, interest on loan is going to be as how much? That is 3,000. Okay. Now, to rent. Now, what is the value of the rent? We should take it here. We should take the value of the rent as how much here? That is actually 40,000 per annum. So let me write down here 40,000. Okay, so this is not being charged with the profit. Okay, now let's actually find out what is the profit which is remaining after making the payment for this. Okay, hence the value comes here is 2 lakhs. 2 lakhs. Let's balance this. Okay, so so finally, to net profit carried down will be how much? 2 lakhs minus 43,000. You know how to balance the ledger. So 2 lakhs minus 43,000 means we are going to get the profit as how much? That is 1,57,000. Okay, so I'm going to get a net profit as how much? That is 1,57,000. So this net profit before this is a net profit before appropriations. Okay, but already one appropriation salary we have paid it here. Okay, so we won't be taking it again here. That's the thing, we need to take care of it. So by net profit, let's carry forward this net profit to the P&L appropriation over here. So how much? 1,57,000. Okay, children. Now in the P&L appropriation, we used to show the interest on capital. So let's show the interest on capital. Why it's on the debit side here? Basically, it is on the debit side because actually it's an expense for the business. That's the reason it's on the debit side. So let me write down over here for A and for B. Let me calculate it. 5% on 3 lakh for A. Okay, on 3 lakh I need to calculate 5%. So how much that I'll be getting? The value here will be 15,000. Okay, similarly 5% on 2 lakh. Okay, so that is a B's capital is 2 lakh on which we are supposed to calculate 5% interest on capital. So how much it is? That is 2 lakh into 5% is 10,000. So the total interest on capital will be how much? That is 25,000. Okay, children. Now the next is, second condition says we need to give a salary. Already salary being charged, being given. Okay, so no need to give it again. So hence we won't be showing it again on the debit side. The reason, if you will show it, so it means you are paying the salary again, which is wrong. Got it? So we won't be showing the salary over here. again, okay, we won't be showing it here. Now the next thing here it comes is drawings to the partners. Okay children, so what's the condition here? We have seen it here. You know, the drawings of the partners is given 5,000 and 10,000, and interest on drawings to be charged is 10% per annum, and we have seen it here as the time duration has not been mentioned. So in case of an interest on drawings, we need to use the average time duration of almost 6 months in both the cases, means in case of the both the partners. We kept it here calculated. For A, how much it's going to be? That is 250, and for B, that is how much it's going to be? That is 500. And you know that for the firm, this interest on drawings is an income. Okay, for the firm, this interest on drawings is what? It's an income. So let me write down here, by interest on drawings. Okay, let me write down here, by interest on drawings on the credit side, because we are making a P&L appropriation from firm's point of view, and interest on drawings is an income from the firm's point of view. That is a reason it is on the credit side. Please keep these logics in the brain, so therefore you will never ever be confused while preparing any of the accounts. Okay, so by interest on drawings, already we calculated 250 and 500. So the total of this, let me write down outside here, that's how much it's going to be, you know, that is 750. Okay children, there are no more further information being given here, or which is still remaining, for which the treatment is pending. So hence it's a time actually to close the P&L appropriation. Okay, so now let's close the P&L appropriation. Let us find out what we are getting, whether the profit or a loss. Okay, so we can find the credit side is giving us the more total. So let's write down here, 1,57,750, the total which should be written on both the sides. Okay children, now the next thing is, you know, the balance comes on the debit side. So this balance will be called as what? It will be called as to profit transferred to where? That is to the partners capital account. Okay, this is what we call it as a profit transfer to partners capital account. Now let's find out how much is the profit that we will be having it. Okay children, so therefore 1,57,750 minus 25,000, this is what we are supposed to do. 1,50,000, this is 1,57,000, you know, 750 minus, you can say this thing, that 25,000. So what is the value we will be getting it here after deducting it? We will be getting, if you will calculate it, you will get the value of the profit as how much? That is 1,32,750. You will get the value here as how much? That is 1,32,750. So children, while preparing the accounts in the partnership, you know, there is one important thing. We can't write the consolidated profit, okay? That the profit has to be distributed and it has to be written. You know the rule, if the ratio is not mentioned, then it has to be distributed equally. But if the question mentions the ratio, then it means that we are supposed to distribute this profit. This profit is called as what? It is called as a net distributable profit, or it can also be called as a divisible profit. Okay, it can be called as a net distributable profit, as well as it can also be called as what? That is a divisible profit. It has to be distributed in a ratio. And in the question, you know, we are being given with the ratio. That is how much? You know, that is in 3:2, we need to distribute this profit and to be given it to A and B. So let us write down here for A and for B. Now how to distribute this? Okay, I'm just writing it here. You know, the working note, I'm just mentioning this over here. So therefore you can understand it here. It's a very simple thing. You need to distribute it in the form of the ratios. Nothing as such you are supposed to do it here. As a working note, just I am showing this to you here. So for A, how to distribute? 1,32,750 into 3:2. Okay, that means actually the total of the ratio 3/5. Okay, 5 means the total of the ratio. So 1,32,750 into 3/5. So let us simplify this. Okay, let's first divide it by the 5. Then we can multiply it with that of the 3. So if you will do this calculation, so you will get here 79,650 for A. Okay. Similarly for B, let us do 1,32,750 into 2 upon 5. So let's divide it, by 5. Already if you have kept the amount which is you have already divided with the 5, the next thing you need not to again divide it directly. What you can do, you can multiply it with that of the 2. Okay, so therefore, like actually, if I directly multiply it here, I will get the value here as how much? 53,100. Okay, so children, so I distributed this 1,32,715 into 3 ratio 2. Hence, for A it is 79,650 and for B it is 53,100. Ensure this whenever you are writing the distribution, the total of this should be equal to this final amount. Okay, if it's not coming, that means there is some error in the calculation. So it's a way through which you can counter check whether you have done the distribution correctly. Okay children, so using this many conditions, this is how we are going to make the P&L appropriation account. In the next class, we will be dealing here, or in the next video, we will be discussing here how to make the partners capital account, because we have seen the sequence. After making our P&L appropriation from per firm's point of view, the next thing we are supposed to do is, or the next thing we are supposed to prepare is what? That is the preparation of the partners capital account, just to find out eventually at the end how much that the partners are entitled to receive from the business, as a total revenue. So for this very purpose, we will be preparing the partners capital account after the P&L appropriation. So we will see in the next video how to prepare it here. So I am just appending some assignment questions also based on the same concept and the same fundamental here. Kindly go through that assignment question, solve these assignment questions, and please do notify it. Or just please you can send me the answers here, like whether you are able to solve this or not. Dear students, now it's actually the assignment time. You're supposed to do the assignment questions based on the video what you have watched. Okay, so here's the question number 1. So this question number 1 is very same to that of what we have solved in the video. Just only there are certain changes. Rest all the things are very same. Just practice this, just to get it done, and do disclose the answer of this to me. Now, the next is the question number 2. You can see it here, not much complicated. Only few things have been given. That actually the capitals of the XYZ have been given, like 5 lakhs. Y is 5 lakhs, Z is 2,50,000. Okay, so therefore it's a printing mistake. It should be the, okay, it should be the deed provides that interest on capital is to be allowed at 10% per annum. Z is to be allowed a salary of 2,000 per month. Okay, you know that per month is to be converted into the per annum, and the profit it's been given here after debiting Z salary. After debiting Z salary means out of the profit already the salary is deducted, means salary has already been given. So whenever you're making a P&L appropriation, kindly don't include it. Okay, so prepare a P&L appropriation account, or even if you wanted to include a salary, make sure that just add back the value of salary into the net profit. Then you can take the salary there on the debit side. There are the two ways of doing this. So just prepare a P&L appropriation based on this information given to you. Now next is the question number 3. Prem and Manoj are partners in a firm. That is actually as per the deed, the Prem was to be paid a salary of 2,500 per month, and Manoj to get a commission of 10,000 per year. Commission to any partner is shown on the debit side of the P&L appropriation. Okay, we have seen it in the formula. Interest on capital gets given as, though the rate has been given at 5% per annum, but the calculated interest on capital is to be given to you. P 10,000 and M 7,500 means directly take this into the question. No need to calculate IOC. IOD, that is interest on drawings, is to be charged at 6% per annum. Same thing, they have given you the values of interest on drawings already calculated. Just directly take this on the credit side of the P&L appropriation. 1,250 and 425. The net profit given is 90,575. You know that what is to be done with that. Okay, prepare a P&L appropriation. The answer is given below. Kindly check whether you're getting the same thing or not. Okay. Now the next thing here it comes is, and make sure whatever the profit you get, don't forget to distribute it in the ratio 3:2. The profit sharing ratio should be here, that is 3:2. Okay, because there are only two partners, so the ratio is 3:2. Now the next is question number 4. Rima and Seema are partners. Okay, so the children in the question it's been given here, they are getting a monthly salary of 15,000 each. Both of them, they are entitled to get a salary of 15,000 each. Okay, interest on capital 5% per annum to be given by the firm to them. Interest on drawings is to be will be charged at 10% per annum. Their capitals is given 5 lakhs each. Means like Rima's capital is 5 lakh and Seema's capital is going to be 5 lakh. The drawings during the year were 60,000 each. The firm incurred a net loss of rupees 1 lakh. Okay, and during the year 31st March 2019. Children, remember, whenever the loss is there, no appropriations will be given. Okay, when a firm is facing a loss, so therefore no salary will be given, no interest on capital will be given to the partner, no commission will be given to the partner, because the meaning of the appropriation is what? Division of the profit, between the partners. It can only be given if the firm is having a profit. In case of a loss, it won't be given. And in case of a loss, if the firm is compelled to do so, it means it's called as charge. Okay, so remember this. So in this situation, when the net loss is there, so the partners won't be getting the interest on capital because the firm is under a loss. The partners won't be getting any salary. Only the interest on drawings, because it's actually an income for the firm, which the partners has to pay. So definitely that will be interest on drawings. You will be showing it on the profit and loss account credit side. And the net loss means where does it should come? It should come on the debit side of the partners P&L, not partners capital account. I'm sorry, it should come on the debit side of the P&L appropriation account. Okay, so in the P&L appropriation account, you will have only one thing, that is on the credit side, interest on drawings, nothing else. Okay, that is interest on drawings, nothing else. So just calculate it, find out the answer, and while calculating the interest on drawings, do take care about the time interval too. Okay, just prepare a P&L appropriation based upon the information, and do let me know. Kindly get all these assignment questions and please do submit it on time.